Bears fans, let's dive into the latest buzz surrounding our team's backfield. There's been a lot of chatter about Breece Hall possibly being on the move. Given that the Bears didn't pick a running back until the 7th round, it sparked discussions about potential trades. Names like Nick Chubb, J.K. Dobbins, and Kenneth Walker have been thrown into the mix. Before and during the draft, rumors swirled about teams being open to trading these players, but nothing materialized. Hall seems a bit unsettled with his current role, especially with the team's shift towards a committee approach. If a trade were to happen, he could potentially become the lead back, sharing duties with a complementary style runner. In today's NFL, relying solely on one standout running back is becoming rare. Last season, Hall didn't quite meet the high expectations set for him, but his receiving skills, especially on third downs, are noteworthy. He's entering the final year of his rookie contract, so any trade would require the acquiring team to consider an extension or play out the season without a new deal. The trade value is also a consideration. A future 4th-round pick might be a reasonable offer, but it's uncertain if that's sufficient. While Hall has shown promise, he hasn't yet reached elite status in the league. Now, do the Bears need another running back, or can they manage with their current roster? It's a question worth pondering. Personally, I believe adding another player to the position would be beneficial. It's not an urgent need, but having depth is always advantageous. If the team had to play a game today, they could make do with the current lineup, but bringing in fresh talent could enhance the group's overall performance. While trading for a high-profile player is an exciting idea, it's unlikely the team will pursue that route, especially with the current management under pressure. Trading a key player might not alleviate that situation. However, if Hall were available for a 3rd-round pick, it would be worth considering. He's a standout player, and his addition could be the missing piece for the offense. Pairing him with another notable player in the backfield alongside the existing offensive weapons would be impressive. It would provide the team with all the necessary tools to succeed. Yet, it's hard to envision the team parting ways with him easily, especially in a pivotal year for the current management. Shifting gears, a rival team's executive recently shared thoughts on the Bears roster. It's uncommon for someone in a position like Ryan Poles to make such comments, as he typically maintains a professional demeanor. In contrast, Brandon Beane has established his position in Buffalo, granting him more freedom to express his views. With the draft concluded, the channel has resumed its regular programming, but off-season coverage remains in full swing. The schedule will be announced on May 14th, and we'll keep everyone updated. Upcoming organized team activities and rookie minicamps are on the horizon, so stay tuned. A young fan from Chicago, Dennis, expressed disappointment over the draft's lack of a primary running back and edge rusher. It's understandable from both perspectives. The draft can be unpredictable, and teams often face challenging situations. The Bears might have encountered difficulties addressing the running back position this year. They could have attempted to trade up and use some of their capital to secure a running back on the 2nd day, but such moves always carry risks. Reports suggest they tried to move up for Ashton Jeanty, but the deal didn't materialize. In the 2nd round, standout players like Quentin Judkins and Trayvon Henderson were selected before the Bears pick at 39. Predicting these outcomes is challenging. They might have tried to trade for the 34th pick, but convincing another team to agree isn't always straightforward. A similar challenge arose in the 4th round with Bashal Tootin and Cam Scatterboo, as desired players were already off the board by the time the Bears picked at 108. Such situations are part and parcel of the draft process. Regarding the edge position, the status of Shamar Turner remains uncertain. Could Javon Dexter transition to an edge role? This draft seemed like an ideal opportunity to secure a quality pass rusher, but circumstances have shifted. The selection was made at position 109, just after the desired players were taken at 107. It's one of those situations that teams often face. As for the edge position, the plan for Shamar Turner is still unclear. Can Javon Dexter take on the edge role? I had hoped this year would be the time to acquire a top-tier pass rusher, but the situation involving Luther Burden influenced the plans. This could have been an opportunity to draft JT Tuimoloau, but I believe Luther Burden is a superior prospect. Both Johnson and Poles discussed this post-draft. Maintaining a consistent stance, they were committed to their decision, feeling that Burden's talent was too significant to overlook. From a positional standpoint, it would have been ideal to secure one of those players, but now the team has Luther Burden, who has immense potential to become a star in this offense. With some flexibility, there's much to consider. That's the complexity and allure of the draft. You never truly know how things will unfold, especially after the initial picks. Jacob Stark, the Bears tight end group, is now considered among the best, right? If Loveland lives up to expectations, the group should be well positioned. Assuming Loveland records 500 yards this year, it would elevate the tight end group's status. While a single tight end might not rank among the top 5, having 2 within the top 12 is plausible. Few teams can claim such depth. We've lamented for years about the lack of depth beyond Cole Kmet, and now that a promising tight end has been added, there's widespread enthusiasm. Durham Smythe, as the third tight end, fits well into his role. He's the third option, handling blocking duties, catching short passes, and fulfilling his responsibilities. Positioning him as the second tight end wouldn't have been ideal. Now, with Colston Loveland, there's potential for a high-level receiving tight end. I'm genuinely excited to see his contributions. By the way, regarding Colston Loveland, his jersey is now available. He's sporting number 84, and the jerseys are ready for order. It's a fascinating concept. Let's delve into an athletic receiver who generates significant anticipation regarding his potential impact. It's worth noting that his jersey is available. He wears number 84, and these jerseys have begun production and are ready for orders. More details can be found on the website. Pre-orders are open today, though shipping might take some time due to the involved partners. However, rest assured, you'll receive them before the training camp commences. Looking ahead, could a particular player be the top choice for the team in 2026? Have you been following the 4Verts draft? For those unfamiliar, 4Verts is a channel dedicated to the NFL and college football. Recently, they released an early mock draft for 2026. In this draft, a player might have been mentioned as a potential option for the team, which would undoubtedly garner support. If he delivers another outstanding season, he could follow in the footsteps of previous players and be selected among the top 10. Ideally, the team wouldn't want to be in the top 10, but if their position falls between 14 and 20, targeting him is quite feasible. Should the heel team perform well this season and have a lower draft position, they might consider trading up. Additionally, considering draft picks, some crucial needs for the next year might include edge, left tackle, safety, and linebacker positions. However, this could change. What if a current player transitions to left tackle and excels? What if another player has an exceptional year in this new offensive system, leading to a contract extension? What if yet another player takes on the left tackle role? While these positions might seem essential on paper, safety and linebacker certainly deserve attention. Running back could also become a consideration. Each year, teams identify expected needs, but unexpected positions often emerge. Could quarterback be one of those surprises? What if a current cornerback doesn't prove to be a long-term solution? In that case, acquiring a cornerback next year might be necessary. We'll have to wait and see how everything unfolds. As we look further ahead, the Bears' strategy for the future is certainly a point of intrigue. This isn't just about the current roster, but the overall direction the team will take in the next few years. We've already seen the team shift their approach by prioritizing certain positions in the draft. And now it's about watching those moves come to fruition. One of the biggest questions is how the quarterback position will evolve, especially considering the pressure on Justin Fields to show significant improvement. There are still uncertainties surrounding his long-term future with the team. While there's potential, it's clear that the Bears front office has placed a heavy focus on ensuring that Fields has the support necessary to succeed. This includes upgrading the offensive line and adding more playmakers at receiver. However, while the offense gets the most attention, the defense is where the team may need to make the most adjustments. The Bears have several key players on that side of the ball, but there are questions surrounding their consistency and depth. There's an ongoing belief that if the defense can step up to the level of the offense's potential, the team could contend for a playoff spot. However, this will rely heavily on how quickly the new draft picks can integrate into the system. We saw some solid additions during the offseason, but as with any rookie players, it's always a matter of how they adapt to the speed and physicality of the NFL. Moving to the special team side of things, the Bears are hoping that their revamped squad can provide a more balanced approach. It's not as glamorous as the offense or defense, but special teams often make the difference in close games. The acquisition of a reliable kicker and punter will help maintain field position and convert crucial kicks in tight situations. Every year, it seems like there's at least one game that's decided by special teams play. So that will continue to be a key focus for this coaching staff. As we focus on the upcoming season, the question of who will step up as a true leader of this team remains unresolved. Fields has shown flashes of brilliance, but the Bears need consistency and leadership from him, especially with a more aggressive offensive scheme being put into place. Meanwhile, the veterans on the defensive side, such as Roquan Smith, will play a significant role in anchoring the team's defense. These players will need to help guide the younger players through the inevitable ups and downs of an NFL season. It's impossible to ignore the impact of the coaching staff as well. Matt Eberflus and his staff are entering their second year with the team, and they're under pressure to produce results. While it's clear that the team is still in a rebuilding phase, year 2 is often where you see significant growth. If the team is going to make that leap from rebuilding to competing, it will be because the coaching staff was able to get the most out of the young talent. There are high expectations for improvement on both sides of the ball, and much of that will come from Eberflus's ability to adapt and implement the right systems for his players. Another storyline to watch is the Bears' cap space moving forward. This year, they've made a number of moves to free up space for future signings, and it's clear that they have an eye on making a splash in the coming seasons. With Fields' rookie contract still in effect for a few more years, the team has a window to build around him and potentially sign key free agents. The cap space will allow them to pursue high-impact players either in free agency or via trade if the right opportunity arises. How the Bears manage their cap over the next few seasons will have a huge impact on their ability to build a contender. In terms of individual performances, there are a lot of players who are poised to make a leap in 2025. Darnell Mooney, for instance, has the potential to be one of the top receivers in the NFC North if he can stay healthy and build a strong rapport with Fields. Likewise, the offensive line is another area that could see major improvement. If they can keep Fields upright and create better running lanes, this offense will be much more dynamic. Then there's the defense, where young players like Jaquan Brisker and Kyler Gordon will be tasked with taking on bigger roles. If they can improve upon their rookie seasons, the Bears could see significant strides in their defensive performance. In the grand scheme of things, 2025 is a year that could shape the future of the franchise. If everything falls into place, the Bears have the potential to become a strong contender in the NFC. The combination of a more potent offense, an improving defense, and a solid special teams unit could put them in position to challenge for a playoff spot. However, if the pieces don't come together, it could mean another year of rebuilding. One thing is for sure, the Bears are heading in a direction where their success or failure will be determined by how well they execute the plan they've put in place. For fans, the anticipation is building, and while there's plenty of uncertainty, there's also plenty of hope for what's to come. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Larry Borom, the former offensive lineman for the Chicago Bears, has come clean about one of the most significant decisions of his career: his departure from the team. In an exclusive interview, Borom openly admits that leaving the Bears was a mistake he regrets deeply. "I regret it every single day," Borom confesses. His decision to leave the Bears came as a shock to many fans and analysts, especially considering the potential he had shown in his early seasons with the team. Borom, who had been drafted by Chicago in 2021, had quickly become a cornerstone of their offensive line, playing in a crucial role and gaining respect from teammates and coaches alike. However, despite the bright future in Chicago, Borom made the difficult choice to pursue other opportunities, a decision he now believes was driven by external pressures rather than internal conviction. "I listened to people around me instead of staying focused on my own growth," Borom admits. The grass always looks greener on the other side, but sometimes it just isn't. His departure from the Bears was seen as a pivotal moment in his career, one that many thought would lead to a new chapter of success. However, Borom's reflections reveal a more complicated truth. He acknowledges that his departure has left him questioning his choices and wondering how things might have unfolded differently had he stayed in Chicago. I felt like I had unfinished business there, he explains, clearly emotional about the path he took. Looking back, I see that I could have been part of something special, and I didn't give it the time it deserved. I thought I was making the right move, but now I know I wasn't. Borom's regret is not just about leaving the Bears, but about the way in which he handled his transition away from the team. I didn't fully appreciate the relationships I had built with the coaching staff and my teammates, he says. Now, I understand that those bonds are what truly matter in this game. The business side of things can be cold, but the human side, the team spirit, is irreplaceable. Despite his regrets, Borom remains focused on moving forward. I can't change the past, but I can control what I do from here on out, he says, his determination clear. While it's uncertain where his career will go next, one thing is certain. Larry Borom has learned valuable lessons, both as a player and as a person. His openness about his regret serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of staying true to oneself and trusting in the process, rather than being swayed by external influences. As Borom continues to reflect on his decision, it's clear that he's committed to making the most of the opportunities ahead, with a newfound understanding of the weight of his choices. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.